Trainio, for the great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I'm arrived in fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy, and by my father's love and leave am armed, with his goodwill and thy good company, my trusty servant, well approved in all. Vincentio's son, brought up in Florence, it should become to serve all hopes conceived, to deck his fortune with his virtuous deeds. Tell me thy mind, for I have peace left, and am to Padua come, as he that leaves a shallow plash to plunge him in the deep, and with satiety seeks to quench his thirst.
Gentle mastermind, I'm not all affected as yourself. Glad that you thus continued your resolve. Fall to them, and find your stomach serves you. No profit grows or no pleasure taken. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Gramercy, Trainio, well dost thou advise. But stay a while. What company is this?
Master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, importune me no further, for I firmly am resolved, that is, not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband before the elder. If either of you love Catherine, because I know you well and love you well, she how you had to cart her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio. Will you any wife?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me among these mates?
Mates, mate? How mean you that? No mates for you, unless you're much gentler, milder, mold.
In faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. Awis, it is not halfway to her heart. But, if it were, doubt not her care should be to comb your noddle with a three-legged stool and paint your face and use you like a fool.
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us.
And me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here's some good tap time to work. That wench, stark mad and wonderful thrower.
But in the other silence do I see May's mild behavior and sobriety peace, Trainio.
Well said, master. Mum, engage your fill.
Gentlemen, and I soon make good on what I said. Bianca, get thee in, and let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I love thee near the less, my girl.
A pretty piece. It is best put finger in thy eye.
Sister, content with my discontent. For good pleasure, humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Hark, Trainio, thou mayest hear Minerva speak.
Signor Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mew her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell? And make her bear the tenets of her tongue.
Gentlemen, content you, I am resolved. Bianca, get thee in. For I know she takes the most delight in music, instruments, and poetry. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her of her youth. If you, Hortensio, or you, Signor Gremio, know any such, prefer them hither, and so farewell. O Catherine, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why? And I trust I may go too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours as though belike I knew not what to take or what to leave? Ha!
You may go to the devil's dam. Your gifts are so good, none will have you. Farewell. Yet, for the love I bear my sweet Bianca, if I can find a man that can teach her that wherein she delights, I will wish him to her father.
So will I, Signor Gremio, but a word I pray, that we may yet again have access to our fair mission, and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labor effect in one thing specially.
And what's that, I pray?
Marry, sir, to get a husband for her sister.
A husband? A devil.
I say a husband.
And I say a devil, thinkest thou, Hortensio. Though her father be very rich, is any man so very a fool to be married to hell?
Hush, Gremio, though it passes your patience and mine to endure her, why, man, there be good fellows in the world, and a man can lie on all her faults, with money enough.
I cannot tell, but I had his leave take her dowry with this one condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Well, faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. Sweet Bianca, have him envy his soul. He that runs fastest gets the ring. How say you, Signor Gremio?
I am agreed, and I would have given the fastest horse in Padua to the man that would begin the wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, and bed her, and rid the house of her. Come on.
I pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love should have sudden take such hold?
Oh, Trainio, till I found it to be true, I never found it possible, or likely. But see, While idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love in idleness. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, it's no time to chide you now. Affection is not ready from the heart. If love have touched you, not remains it so.
Gramercy's lad, go forward.
Master, you look so longly on the maid. Perhaps you mark not what's the pith of all.
Oh, yes. I saw sweet beauty on her face.
Saw you no more? Mark not how her sister began to scorn, and raise up such a storm that mortal ears could hardly endure?
Tranio, I saw her poor lips did move, and with her sweet breath, she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her.
Nay, then 'tis time to awaken from this trance. I pray awake, sir, awake! If you love the maid, then thoughts in which to achieve her. Thus it stands, her elder sister is so cursed and shrewd, that till the father rid the house of her, your love must live a maid at home. Therefore have it closely mewed her up, because she will not be annoyed by suitors.
Ah, Tranio, what a cruel father is he. But art thou not advised? He took some care to get cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Aye, marry am I, sir. Now 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
Master my hands. Both our inventions meet and jump at once.
Tell me thine first.
You will be the schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done?
Not possible, for who shall bear your part in the Vincentio's son here in Padua? Keep house, supply his book, welcome his friends and banquet them.
Content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we be distinguished by our faces for man or master. Then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Keep house, and port, and serve, as I should. I will some other be, some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or mean of man of Pisa. 'Tis hat, and shall be so. Tranio, at once, uncase thee, take my colored hat and cloak. When Bianca comes, she waits on thee, but I will charm her first to keep her tongue.
And I am tied to be obedient, because your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, although I think it was in another sense. But I am content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves, and let me be a slave, to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath enthralled my wounded eye. Nay, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now, where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Or you stolen his? For both? Pray, tell me, what's the news?
Come hither. 'Tis no time to jest, and therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow, Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, while I, for my escape, have put on his. Since in a quarrel, since I came to shore, I killed a man, and fear I was described. Wait you on him, I charge you, as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
Aye, sir. You're a wit.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
The better for him. Would I were so too.
When we are alone, why then I am Tranio. But in all other places, your master Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One more thing rests, that thyself execute, to make one among these wooers. If thou ask me why, suffice my reasons are both good and weighty.
Verona, for a while I take my leave to visit my friends in Padua, but of all my most beloved and approved friend, Hortensio. And I trow, this is his house. Here, Sir Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? Is there any man has refused your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir? What am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me at this gate, and rap me well, for I'll knock your names paid.
My master's grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then I will know after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Nay, and you'll not knock, I'll ring it. I'll try how you can so fine sing it.
Help, mistress, help! My master is mad!
Now knock when I bid thee, sir, a villain.
How now? What's the matter? My good friend Petruchio, my old friend Grumio. How now you all have grown up?
Signor Hortensio, came you to part the fray?
Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
Nay, 'tis no matter, sir. If this not be a lawful cause to regain his service, look you, sir, he bid me knock and rap him soundly, sir.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade the rascal knock upon your gate, but I could not get him for my heart to do it. Begone, sirrah, or talk not, I advise you.
Tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you here to Padua from old Verona?
Such a wind as scatters young men through the world, to seek their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. My father, Antonio, is deceased, and thus I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and so am come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee and whisper to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou thankest me but little for my counsel. Yet, I promise thee, she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I shall not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice. I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why give him gold enough to marry him to a puppet? Why nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
Petruchio, since we are stepped thus far in, I will continue as we approach in jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to what? Her only fault, and that is fault enough, is that she's intolerable curse. And shrewd, and froward. So beyond all measure, that if my state were far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, thou knowest not gold's effect. Tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough.
Her father is Baptista Minola, a courteous and affable gentleman. Her name, however, is Katherina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her. And he knew my deceased father well. Hortensio, I will not sleep until I see her. And so let me be thus bold to give you over at this first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
I pray you, sir, on my word, she knew as well as I do. She would think scolding would do little good upon her.
Tarry, Petruchio, I must go with thee. From Baptista's keep my treasure is. He hath the jewel of my life in hold, his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca. And thus hath this order Baptista taken, that none shall have access to Bianca until Catherine the Cursed have got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed, a title for a maid, of all titles the worst.
Now, Petruchio, do me grace and disguise me in sober robes, and offer me to Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music to instruct fair Bianca.
Here's no knavery. See to beguile the old folks, how the young folks lay their heads together. Master, master, look about you. Who goes there, huh?
Peace, Bruno. 'Tis the rival of my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
I'll have them very fairly bound. All books of love. See that you read no other legends to her. And your papers, too. I'll have them very well perfumed.
Whatever I read for her, I'll plead for you. As for my patron, stand you so assured.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
Peace, sirrah, Brumio, monk.
God save you, Signor Gremio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Trow you whither I'm going? To Baptista Minola. I promised to inquire carefully about a schoolmaster for our fair Bianca. And I have lighted well on this young man. For learning and behavior fit for her turn. Well read in poetry and other books. Good ones, I warn you.
'Tis well, and I meant a gentleman. Well seen in music to instruct our fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my beauty shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Here's a gentleman, upon chance I met, upon agreement from us to his liking, will undertake to woo cursed Catherine. Yea, and to marry her, if her down please.
So said, so done as well. Hortensio, have you told him all of her faults?
I know she's an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, my masters, I hear no harm. Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead, his fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days and long to see.
Oh, sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But if you have the stomach, do it in God's name. You'll have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? Aye, or I'll hang her.
Why came I hither but to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the seas, puffed up with wind, roar like an angry boar chafed with sweat? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so great a blow to hear?
Hark, Hortensio. This man is happily arrived, for his own good and yours, I presume.
I promise we will be contributors and bear his charge of wooing whatsoever.
So we will, provided that you win her.
I would I were sure of a good dinner.
For God's sake, if I may be so bold, tell me, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that has the two fair daughters, is he, you mean?
Even he, Bianca.
Not heard that chime, sir, at any hand I pray.
I love no chatters, sir. Bianca, let's away.
Well begun, Trinio.
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to the maid you talk of? Yea or no?
And if I were, sir, would that be any offense?
No, if without more words we'll get you hence.
I pray, sir, tell me, why are the streets not as free as they are for me as for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason I'll have you know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she's the chosen love of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters, if you be gentlemen, hear me with patience. Baptiste is a noble man, to whom my father is not all well unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may have suitors more, and me for one.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, let me be so bold to ask you, have you yet ever seen Baptiste's daughters?
No, sir, but I do hear he has two of them. One, famous for her scolding tongue, as the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first's for me. Let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules.
Sir, understanding this of me in suit, the younger daughter whom you hearken for, her father keeps from all access of suitors, and will not promise her to any man until the first be wed. The younger is then free, and not before.
If it be so, sir, that you are the man, let's stat us all, and me amongst the rest. Let's break the ice and do this feat, achieve the elder, and set the younger free. For our access, whose hap shall be to have her, we will not so graceless be from grave.
Sir, you say well and well you do concede. And since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman, to whom we all rest generally beholden.
I will not be slack in sign of. Please you, you may contrive this afternoon, and quaff crosses to our mistress's health. Do so as adversaries in law. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion. Fellows, let's be gone.
The motion's good indeed, and be it so. Chupio, I shall be your benvenuto.
Good sister, wrong me not, nor wrong yourself to make a bondmaid the slave of me. That I disdain, but for these other goods, unbind my hands, I'll pull them off myself. Of all thy suitors here I charge thee, tell whom thou lovest best. See thou dissemble not. Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I've yet to behold that special face which I could fancy more than any other. Minion, thou liest! It's not Hortensio. If you affect him, sister, here I swear I'll please you myself, but you shall have him. Oh, fancy like you fancy really more. You will have Gremio to keep you fair. Is it for him you do envy me so? Ha! Nay, then you jest, and now I well perceive you but jested with me all this while. Now I prithee, sister, can you untie my hand? If that be jest, then all the rest
Why, how now? Whence grows this insolence? Bianca, stand aside. Poor girl, she weeps. Well, ply thy needle. Meddle not with her. For shame, thou middling of a devilish spirit. Why dost thou wrong her that did near wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
her silence flouts me, and I'll be ready.
What in my sight? Bianca, get thee in.
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see she is your treasure. She must have a husband, and I must dance barefoot on her wedding day. Talk not to me. I will go sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge. Ah!
Is there ever such a gentleman thus grieved as I? But who comes here? Good morrow, neighbor Baptista. Good morrow, Signor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen. And you, sir, pray, have you not a daughter called Katherina? Fair and virtuous. I have a daughter, sir, called Katherina.
You are too blunt. Go to it orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Gremio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that, hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am forward to show myself a guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so oft have heard. And for the entrance to my entertainment, I present to you a man of mine, cunning in music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences, whereof I know she is not ignorant. Pray accept his service, or else you do me wrong. His name is Lytia, born in Mantua.
You're welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. Before my daughter Catherine, this I know, she is not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Mistake me not, I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all Italy.
I know him well. You are welcome for his sake.
Saving your tale, Petruchio, I pray, let us that are poor petitioners speak.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Gremio, I would fain be doing.
I'm sure of it. You'll curse your wooing. Signor Baptista, I'm sure this is a gift very grateful. To express the like kindness myself, freely give unto you this young scholar. Long studying at Rains is cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages, as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio.
But, gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir. The boldness is mine own. That being a stranger in this city here, I do make myself a suitor unto your daughter Bianca, fair and virtuous. And towards the education of your daughter, I hereby bestow a simple instrument and a small packet of Latin and Greek books. If you accept of them, why then their worth is great.
Lucentio is your name? Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son to Vincentio.
A mighty man of Pisa. By report, I know him well. You shall see your pupils presently. Servants, lead these gentlemen to my daughter. These are their tutors. Bid them use them well. Signor Petruchio, we will walk a little, and then to dinner.
Signor Baptista, my business ask apace, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father well, and in him me, left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered, rather than increased. Now tell me, if I were to get your daughter's love, what dowry should I have with her to wife?
After my death, the one half my lands, and in possession, 20,000 crowns.
And for that dowry, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survives me in all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, so covenants may be kept on either hand.
Aye, that is when the special thing is well obtained, and that is her love, for that is all in all.
Why, that is nothing, for I am as peremptory as she is proud-minded, so I to her and so she yields to me.
Why, how now, friend? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale,
What, will my daughter not prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier.
Why thou canst break her to the lute?
Why no, for she has broke the lute to me. But tell her she mistook her friend, and bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when with the most impatient and devilish spirit, she struck me on the head.
Oh, by the world, it is a lusty wench! I love her 10 times more than ever I did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Well, be not discovered. Proceed and practice with my younger daughter. She is apt to learn and thankful for good terms. Signor Petruchio, will you come with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you to. I'll attend her here. And woo her with some spirit when she comes. But here she comes. And now, Petruchio, speak. Tomorrow, Kate, for that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard that something hard of hearing? They call me Catherine that you talk of me.
Nay, you lie, for you are called Plain Kate, and Bonnie Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed, but Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties all are Kates. Take this of me, Kate of my consolation, I myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence.
Why? What's immovable?
A joint stool.
Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such sweet as you and me, you mean?
Nay, Kate, I will not burden thee, knowing me to be but young and light.
Light as such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Come, you wasp, in faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
I, the fool, could find where it lies. That I'll try.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike me again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, why then no arms?
Nay, come, Kate, come, you must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Nay, by St. George, I am too young for you. No, in sooth, Kate, you skate not so.
Let me go!
'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, but I find report a very liar. You are pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance. Ah! Nor bite the lip his angry wench's will.
Go, fool, and whom thou keepst command. Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore, am I not wise? And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife. Your dowry agreed on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I have a husband for your turn, for I am he, and born to tame you, Kate, and turn thee from a wild Kate into a Kate as other household Kates. Here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine for my wife.
Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, sir, how but well? 'Twere impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, daughter Catherine? In your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Now, I promise you, you have shown a tender fatherly regard, wishing me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian, and swearing Jack!
I tell thee, father, all you that have talked of her have talked amiss of her. For she is not frore, but modest as the dove. She is not hot, but temperate as the morn. And, being so, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
Oh, I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first!
Our Petruchio, she says she'll have me hanged first.
Hey, say good night to our heart.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? 'Twas bargained twixt us twain that, being alone, she shall still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate, give me thy hand. I will go to Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Provide the feast, father, and with the guests, I will make sure my Catherine shall be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. 'Tis a match, Petruchio.
Men, say we will be witnesses.
Father and wife and gentlemen, adieu. I will unto Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things in fine array. Kiss me, Kate. We'll be married on Sunday.
Was ever a match collect up so suddenly?
Faith, gentlemen, now I play a merchant's part, and venture madly on a desperate march.
Signor Baptista, today is the day we have long waited for, and now to your younger daughter. I am your neighbor and must suit her first.
But I'm the one that loves Bianca more than words can guess or thoughts can witness.
Thou canst love so dear as I,
Thy love doth freeze,
as thine doth
and
fry.
in ladies' eyes that flourish it.
Gentlemen, content you.
I will compound this strife.
His deeds will win the prize, and he of both that can assure my daughter the greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Say you, Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
First, as you know, my house within city walls is richly furnished with plain gold. In ivory coffers I stuff my crowns. Tents, canopies, fine linens. Turkey cushions embossed with pearl. And now to my farm. I have 100 milk kine to the field. 60 fat oxen waiting in the stall. And all things answerable to this portion. And if I die tomorrow, this is hers. If, while I live, she is only mine.
Sir, listen to me. I am my father's heir and only son, and were your daughter my wife, she would have houses 3 or 4 times as good, within rich Pisa walls as one to Signor Gremio's here in Padua. Besides 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land, all of which shall be her jointure. What, have I pinched you, Signor Gremio?
2,000 ducats by year of lands? Mine amounts to not so much at all. But have I choked you with an argosy?
Gremio, 'Tis known my father hath no less, and twice whatever you offers next.
Nay, I can offer no more, and she can only have all that I have. Senor Baptista, if you love me, she shall have me in mind.
Why then, the maid is mine from all the world. By your fond promise, Gremio is outvied.
I must confess, your offer is the best. But let your father make this assurance. She is your own. Well, gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, you know my daughter Catherine to be married. On Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, if you make this assurance. If not, to Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave. Thank you both.
Adieu, good neighbor. Now I fear thee not.
A vengeance on your crafty hide, and I have faced thee with a card of 10. 'Tis in my mind to do my master good. I see no reason but suppose Lucentio must get a father called suppose Vincentio. Fathers commonly do get their children, but in this case, a child shall get a sire, if I fail not in my cunning.
Fiddler, forbear. You grow too froward, sir. Have you so soon forgot the entertainment her sister Catherine welcomed you withal?
But wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. And while in music we have spent an hour, your lecture left leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass! Thou never read so far to know why the cause of music was ordained. Then give me leave to read philosophy.
Sir, I will not bear these praises on.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. I am no breaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to hours nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And to cut off all strife, here sit we down. Take you your instrument, play you the whiles. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
You'll read his lecture when I am in tune?
That'll be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam.
Madam, my instrument's in tune.
But let it rest. Now video to you. Take it that I kindly praise that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go walk and give me leave a while.
Are you so formal, sir? Well, I must wait, and watch withal. But I be deceived. Our fine musician groweth amorous.
Now, madam, before you touch the instrument, to learn the order of my fingering, you must begin with the rudiments of art.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Mistress, your father prays you leave your books and help dress up your sister's chamber, for you know the wedding day is tomorrow.
Farewell, sweet masters both, I must be gone.
Faith, mistress, for then I have no cause to stay.
What had caused the pride to this pedant? Methinks he looks as though he were in love. Yet, if Bianca be so humble, to cast thy warning eyes on every sail, seize thee that list. If once I find thee ranging, Hortensia will be quick with me by changing.
Signor Lucentio, this is the appointed day, that Catherine and Petruchio are to be married, yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be, to want the bridegroom when the priest attends to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says the Lucentio of this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must, forsooth, be forced to give my hand, opposed against my heart, unto a mad-brained rudesby, full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jests and blunt behavior. And, to be noted for a merry man, he'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make friends, invite, and proclaim advance, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. And now the world must look on poor Catherine and say, lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife, if it would please him to come and marry her.
Patience, good Catherine, and Baptista too. Upon my life, Petruchio means so well. Though he be blunt, I know him passing wise, and though he be merry, yet withal he's honest.
Oh, if Catherine had never seen him, though.
Go, girl, I do not blame thee now to weep, for such an injury would vex a very saint, and much more of a shrew of thy impatient human.
Oh, master, news, and such old news as you never heard.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why, is it not news to that Petruchio comes?
Is he come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am, and sees you there.
But say, what does I not do?
Petruchio is coming in a new hat and an old jerkin, and a pair of old trousers that have been thrice turned, and a pair of boots that have been candle cased, one buckled, the other laced, a sword taken from his town armoury, rusted, with broken hilt, with chaplets with two broken points, his horse hipped with a mocky saddle and stirrups that are no hindrance. Besides being possessed with glanders and like moss and shine, his troubled little lamp is infected with the fashions and full of windows, sped with spasms, great with yellow pasture of the five, stark spoiled with stab, be none in the bust, yearling before, sway back and shoulder, shocking, with a half-check bit and a headstone made of sheepskin, which, having tried to strain to keep him from stumbling, many times turned and bent with the knots, unheard 6 times these, and a woman's crupper had lost, into which 2 letters of her name have been fairly set down with studs, pierced here and there with half-thread.
Who comes with him?
Oh, sir, his lackey for all the world compares this blank his own horse, with a linen stock on one leg and a curse of blue coat on the other, gartered with a red and blue list, and an old hat pricked in the manner of 40 fancies with feathers, a monster, a very monster in apparel, and not at all a Christian footboy or a gentleman's lackey.
Tis odd humor that picks him in this fashion. Yet oftentimes he goes without being apparel.
I'm glad he comes, however he comes.
But, sir,
Didst thou not said he comes?
that Petruchio came?
Aye, that Petruchio came.
Why, no, sir. I said his horse comes with him on his back.
Well, that's all one.
Come, where be your talents? Who's at home?
You're welcome, sir.
But yet I come not well.
Yet you halt not.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Were it better I should rush in thus? But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown. And wherefore gaze this goodly company, as if they had seen some wondrous monument, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Well, sir, you know this to be your wedding day. And first we are sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you've come so unprovided. An eyesore to our solemn festival.
And tell us, what occasion of import hath so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself?
Tedious it were to tell and harsh to hear. Suffice it, I am come to keep my word, though in some part enforced it to digress. But where is Kate? I stayed too long from her. The morning wears. 'Tis time we were at church.
I see not your bride in these unreverend robes. Go to my chamber and put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me. Thus I'll visit her.
But thus, I trust, you will not marry her.
Good sooth even thus. Therefore have done with words. Unto me she's married, not unto my clothes. But what a fool I am to chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
He has some meaning in this mad attire. We will persuade him otherwise, be it possible, ere he go to church.
I'll after and see the event of this.
Sir, love concerneth us to add her father's liking, which to bring to pass, and I, before imparted upon your worship, shall get a man, whatever he be, it skills not much, but will fit him to our turn, and he shall be Vincentio of Pisa, and bring assurance here in Padua of the greater sums that I have promised. So you shall quietly enjoy your hope and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that our fellow schoolmaster doth watch Bianca's steps so narrowly, 'twere good, methinks, to steal our marriage, which, once performed, let all the world say no. I'll keep my own despite all the world.
That by the means we mean to look into, and watch our vantage in the business. We'll overreach the graybeard Gremio, the narrow, prying father Manola, the quaint, amorous musician Lydio, all for our master's sake, Lucentio. Signor Gremio? Came you from the church?
As willing as ever I came from school.
Are the bride and bridegroom coming home?
A bridegroom, say you? A groom indeed. A grumbling groom that girl shall find.
Was he more cursed than she? Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil. A devil. The devil's dam.
Why, she's a devil. The devil's damned.
Tut, she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. Why, Sir Licentio, when the priest should ask if he should marry Catherine, aye, by God's womb, quoth he. The priest, all amazed, let fall the book.
What said the wench when he rose again?
Why, she trembled and shook, for why he stamped and swore as if Vicar meant to cousin him. Oh, it was a terrible sight. Why, he took her round the neck and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack.
Gentlemen, I thank you for your pains. I know you mean to dine with me today and have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But so it stands, my haste doth call me hence, and therefore here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today, before night come. 'Tis no wonder. If you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And therefore, honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you and stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I'm content.
Are you content to stay?
I'm content you shall entreat me stay, and if not stay, entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
Aye, sir, they be ready. The oats have eaten the horses.
Nay then, do what thou canst. I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow, not till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. As for me, I'll not be gone till I please myself. 'Tis like you to prove a jolly surly groom.
Okay, content thee, prithee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Father, be quiet. He will stay my leisure.
Aye, marry, sir. Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool if she has not the spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast, revel and domineer. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stamped, nor scared, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She's my goods, my chattel. And here she stands. Touch her whoever dare. I'll bring mine action on the proudest he that stops my way in Padua. Grumio, draw forth thy weapons. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Worry not, sweet wench, they shall not touch you. Nay, let them go. A couple of quiet ones.
Went they not quickly, as he died laughing.
Of all the mad matches, never was the like.
Mistress, what's your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warned him, Petruchio is hated.
Neighbors and friends, though the bride and bridegroom want, but to supply their places at the table, for there is no junket at the feast. Licentio, you shall take the bridegroom's place, and let Bianca take her sister's room.
Shall she practice how to bride it?
She shall, Licentio. Come, gentlemen, let's go.